Right, recording. No. Just starting off with a pint of cinnamon Tennessee Fire. It's Kong Tut and Vanilla Gorilla. Oof. He's going to down this whiskey. Fuck that. Fucking pig. Different
windswept and interesting today.
Yeah, it's a bit windy, so we've had to come inside the garage. I've got my old Stormbreaker for whacking heads. I'm drinking, I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's called Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. It's so nice, and it really does burn the back of your throat.
Puts hairs on your chest.
But we're here.
Wins on your arm.
We're going to be talking about the weekend just gone.
SummerSlam
22. I think it was a great success. I've had loads of messages. I've loved seeing all your videos and photos of the day. I've had messages saying how good it was. The sun was out. A lot of people got burnt. Dan Stone actually started to look like a lobster by the end of the evening.
Hellboy, living up to his nickname.
But yeah, I think personally it was better than last year.
Well, I wasn't there last year. Oh, look at that bruise on my arm. Look at that little beauty. There's a lot of injuries around.
Yeah.
I wasn't there last year because I had COVID, so this was my first SummerSlam experience. It was a really good day. Had good weather, good turnout, a lot of arm wrestling stars turning up.
It was good, wasn't it?
We had Carl Hutchinson, Adrian O'Dwyer, Sandu Bagachi, Stotic, Bogdan Stoico, whatever his name is. Mantis.
Vidalgus turned up.
We had Captain Anavar. We had the return of Rhino.
Dean Bolt
in the house. Who else? Greg Foster, Josh Davis,
Harry Lyle's
dad, Chris Fellows,
Dave Kelly,
Vanilla Gorilla, Kong, Procupet,
Stefan Pantelic,
Carl
calls him
Crosby.
Panic Pantelic. Yeah, it was
like a who's who. Thanks for all turning up. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you all coming and. Like I said on the day, if
John Scalby, AJ.
If you guys didn't come, then this event wouldn't happen. So because you lot are so interested and you want the matches, these things can happen, and they're happening again next year. Yeah, Aggie. Any more? Do you want to shut the fuck
Aggie's
up?
opponent. I've forgotten her name. Sorry.
Yeah, it's here. We had Badano. Yeah, well, anyway, she come all the way from Costa Rica to arm wrestle on Goring Beach. That's how much arm wrestling means. You see what I mean? And
so that was a world-class match with Aggie.
Her
World-class
partner,
female
Eric Hopp, who's from Germany, disabled world champion and European champion, come all the way from Germany. The Irish guys come, Ash Harmsworth and Hutchinson, O'Dwyer, they all flew over from Ireland. Andrew Nosko turned up.
Oh yeah, Andrew Nosko was there.
It was like the who's who of arm wrestling. Man, it was great.
How many outdoor events in arm wrestling do we get to go to? No. SummerSlam's like the only outdoor event.
I'll keep putting it on every year until you guys don't want to do it anymore.
Every year,
just keep
try and make it bigger and bigger. So let's go through some of the matches.
Yeah.
So let's start with Aggie against Bartadano. Sorry if I got your name wrong.
They done both arms.
Both arms. So that was a massive international female super match. And
yeah, both world. Is Aggie a world champion? She's a world champion.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So both world champions.
Didn't quite go Aggie's way. She took 2 losses.
Her opponent did look just too strong, maybe. She was just too strong
quite
at
a
the
big
day.
unit.
Looked quite comfortable on both arms, but Aggie tried her best, gave it her all, and that's all you can ask in competition.
At this level, at that high level, sometimes it's just a done deal, isn't it?
We had all levels there. We had elite, pro, novice, complete amateurs. Like little Joe Taylor, who's 14, he went in against Mindaugas' son. Sorry, I can't remember his name. And smashed it. You know, he's 14, but he's apparently I was told he's arm wrestling 3 times a week with adults, and he's getting twatted. But like I say to the other guys, when you arm wrestle someone your own weight, own age, and your level, you'll be smashing them because you're pulling such a higher level person that you're training, which is what you want to do. The last thing you want to do at training is be the strongest person there, because then you'll hit a rut and you won't progress if you're just going to be smashing everyone. You need to find some sort of way.
A lot goes into weight, like a lot of people moan about weight.
I don't think weight matters that much, do
Weight
you?
doesn't matter too much. You know, like I always say, there's no weight classes in the jungle. A lion doesn't go up to the antelope and ask how much it fucking weighs before it rips it to fucking pieces. It's just a bigger, stronger animal.
Yeah.
And in a super match, everyone asked for who they wanted. It was made between them. We didn't make these matches. But people made the matches themselves by being called out or whatever. So you all know, everyone knew who they were up against and whether they were against someone bigger or smaller. So sometimes weight doesn't matter. You know, there's plenty of 90 kilo guys out there that can smash 140 kilo guys.
Yeah. It's been proven time and time again. You know, you get these guys entering the supers class and they only weigh 80 kilos and they end up smashing everyone. So
you look at Tom Holland, he's a perfect example of that.
yeah, exactly. So try not to think about weight too much.
Strength is what counts.
If you're strong, you're strong. Or even like Bogdan proved against Carl Hutchinson, he was probably outweighed by probably 10 kilos at least.
Not sure what Carl said he was weighing. I think he said he was 114.
Yeah, and what does Bogdan weigh? Probably 90, 95 at most.
90.
And
But that was a good match.
you know, he come from behind and took the win. He got
Kyle's original opponent, Adrian Proprescu,
he bottled it.
he pulled out
got a
because
bit
he
scared.
said he didn't know who Carl Hutchinson was.
This is 3 days
So-
before, so
For some reason, because he didn't know who he was, Kyle doesn't get that opportunity to pull him. If everyone was like that, then no one would get the opportunity to pull these superstars because they'd be like, well, I don't know who you are. Well, I guaranteed that he'd know who he was by the end of the fucking match. And one day he will.
and Bogdan stepped in at 3 days' notice.
Bogdan stepped in and
No, fair play.
took the win. Came from 2-0 down.
3-2. But to be
Left
fair,
arm.
Hutchinson did have to pin Bogdan 3 times in the first round before the pin was called. I think, mind you, watching at a different angle. From my angle, it looked like a pin straight away, but even Carl was like, do my knuckles have to touch? Do my fucking knuckles have to touch? That's my attempt at an Irish accent. Call me a cunt. I don't care. Let's talk about our team though for a second, seeing as we are Sussex. Who went first? Dan Stone had a good battle with that Hassan, didn't he?
Yeah, left arm with Hassan.
Was that 3-2?
That was 3-2. Went to the wire.
Bit of confusion at one of them where Dan basically saying he pinned himself, but
They
did he
kind
really?
of pinned each other in the middle of the pad, middle of the table. So it comes down to who. I think it comes down to whose hand is on top of whose.
To be fair, it did look like it had come from Hassan's side, so the pin was called for Hassan, which I
luckily-
think was the right call. To be fair,
Lucky we have referees that know what they're talking about, so that
right.
these sort of incidences can be judged on properly.
I think Dan was probably the better technically. Hassan's quite strong though, isn't he? And I'll tell you what, he's a sneaky bastard, yeah? Because he come up to me, one of many people that come up to me going, can I have my match earlier because I've got to get home. And then packing up, he's the last cunt to leave. So I thought you needed to get home, mate. I brought your match forward because you had to get home. But to be fair, he gave me an extra tenner, so we'll let you off just this time. But don't lie next time.
Money makes friends.
Money makes friends in this world. Money, money, money. But yeah, I had a lot of people. Oh, can I suddenly? If you've booked up for a competition, yeah, SummerSlam. So you've known about SummerSlam for months, yeah. That's when I go to a competition. That's my day.
Yeah.
I don't do anything else. I don't book anything else. I don't go anywhere else. But I must have had about 10 people come up to me going, oh, it's my mum's brother's sister's wife's wedding tonight and I'm going to it. So could I have my match earlier, please? Because I'm number 106 on the list and I'd like to basically have my match earlier. So I'm going to lie to you and tell you that I've got to go somewhere so that you hopefully have a heart and bring my match forward. But some people genuinely had a reason, like Adrian, he flew there and he was flying back that night and he had to catch a flight at 9 o'clock. Yeah, fair enough. He can have his match a bit earlier than what's originally on the list. And people turning up later, and if they're on the list, I brought some matches forward. But then suddenly everyone wants their match forward. And it's just not going to happen, you know. Like, if you're match number 43, you don't have to get there at 12. You could turn up later. Just come see me, pay the 20 quid, and I'll mark you off as here, and then your match can go ahead. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing that started to annoy me.
Yeah. So we don't care if it's your daughter's pet fucking guinea pig's funeral at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
That sounds like your problem to me. Doesn't sound like my problem.
Sounds sad.
Yeah. We're sad for the guinea pig, but at the end
I'm
of the
sad
day...
for the guinea pig having to live at your house. Best thing it could have done is die.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, back to the matches. The Moroccan Sunset versus the Hyena, Reece Aldridge.
Reece Aldridge. All day Aldridge.
To be fair, he didn't know it was me because it was on the Sussex Instagram page. I was giving the old Sunset a lot of shit, saying he's going to be destroyed.
And he nearly was.
He's gonna have a hard day's work. He's not gonna get it. And he was giving me some back, saying he's a fucking orca, and they kill sharks.
Orca.
And all this. And I said, you're more like a fucking seal.
Have you seen the documentary Blackfish?
Yeah. So, but Reece took the first 2 pins, flashed him
Easy, strutting around like he was fucking Conor McGregor, like it was over.
But
super match.
Thing with arm wrestling,
it's never over till it's over.
It's not over. You can't relax.
Look at Kyle Hutchinson, 2-0 up. It's not over.
You
have to stay on it till it's done. Relax when it's done.
Stay focused. But somehow Murdoch managed to take it to the straps, and that's where Reece maybe had a weakness, because straps is a whole different level.
Suits some people and doesn't suit others. So
you've got to get comfortable in the strap.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable in the strap, you need to be training in the strap week in, week out. Maybe spend a whole hour's session just in the strap, so you learn.
Because once Moroccan Sunset got in the strap, it was like Reece was wrestling a different
Well,
man.
he got flashed 2-0, and then I said to him, I thought you'd been training hard. And he gave me the death stare. You know, he's like going...
like Kill Bill.
I was like, oh, fuck, he's actually going to come over and...
Triggered.
He's actually going to come over and have a go at me, and I'm going to have to chin him.
then I'd have to join in. Then it's just a party, isn't it?
But no, yeah, well done, James. You done well.
Yeah, well done. Put in the hard work.
Pat's head.
Got the win you wanted.
He's
meant a lot to him, so
he's been chasing it. Maybe that's the kick up the arse that Reece needs to.
I hope so, because there was a few little upsets.
Train a bit harder.
And I said to everyone in arm wrestling, everyone, no matter their level, even if you think your level's above them, everyone is a potential banana skin
100%.
that you're going to slip up on. You can't take anyone lightly in arm wrestling at all.
No.
Even if you think you're 3 levels above, if you're caught napping or fucking about, there's that old saying, it's from boxing, never give your opponent a chance he doesn't have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't give your opponent a chance he doesn't have if he has no chance.
You need to be a bully.
Yeah.
You need to get the grip you want, the setup you want, go when you want, and you know, if you cheat, how can someone train for that? You need to cheat to win, basically. There's no such thing as a fair setup, fair grip. Everyone's fighting for something, so you
millimeters.
You need to learn how to be good at cheating, basically. You know,
Got to be selfish.
who else? Adrian O'Dwyer against Sandu.
Yeah, both arms. He Adrian absolutely annihilated
I like
him.
Adrian. He's probably one of my favourite arm
On the
wrestlers.
right arm.
Right arm. He,
Flashed him 3 times like it was a fucking day out.
his hand and wrist just look so strong. I've never seen Adrian's wrist get flopped
I
back
don't think
ever.
Sandu actually even expected that. I know he's better on the left arm. He's more known for his left
Sandu
arm.
turned up looking like Stay Puft Marshmallow.
He was
Man.
like, ah.
He's abused so much roids that he could barely walk to the table. The sweat coming out of the acne pores on his face was just toxic. It was like a toxic in the air.
If you stood next to him, you'd fail a drugs test yourself.
But then left arm went the other way. Did Adrian get a pin on the left arm? I think he did.
Did he? I can't
Was it
remember.
3-1 left? If we're wrong, put it in the comments. We don't care if we're wrong. Just say. But I think it was 3-1 to Sandu on the left arm. But it sort of looked like Adrian didn't really care about the left arm to me.
I think he's more of a right arm puller, isn't he?
But his left arm's good. To us, maybe he got the first pin, then I think Sandu worked him out and then took the next 3. I'm not sure. So I was a bit busy like running stuff and making sure people were alright. But that was a great match. Same as the Cole Hutchinson Bogdan match, wasn't it? That was really good.
That was probably match of the day.
Because Cole looked too strong first 2 pins. And then Bogdan come in with that super fast press.
And he adjusted, I think.
And opened his bicep, basically, didn't he?
Talking of biceps,
Talking of biceps.
how's
yeah.
AJ doing? Hopefully speedy recovery.
Yeah, we wish you well, AJ, but...
I've heard that it's a full tendon snap. If I'm wrong, then put something in the comments. But from what I hear, it's a full tendon snap and he's got an operation in 2 weeks to reattach his arm and then 16 odd weeks recovery. So
Yeah.
that is probably him out the game for a little while, but speedy recovery.
Yeah, we wish you a speedy recovery.
Hopefully
Bicep
you
tears
come
are no
back.
good. Like Paul Maiden put a video, like quite a few people, you need to stop. Whoever's training you needs to tell you to stop doing that.
We have to say
that
that
fucking open arm stuff.
in the Sussex club, we have said for months that it is just a matter of time before AJ gets hurt.
Yeah.
We have all of us in Sussex, while training or out and about, have our group chat, have all said that for the last 4 months,
Yeah.
and it's happened.
You need to not.
Can't get in these dangerous positions with these powerful people on the end of them. You know, John Scalby's a big, strong, powerful, 140 kilo super heavyweight bloke.
And you're trying to hold his arm like
And
this.
even though AJ's a big, strong guy as well, you can't have 140 kilo retching off your arm like that.
No one's bicep is that
and then
strong.
trying to turn it.
No
You
one.
can't be like that. It just can't happen.
People have been watching too many Michael Todd
Mi-
videos.
Mi-
Michael Todd can arm wrestle like that. But have you seen how many injuries that guy's had? His arm doesn't arm wrestle any other way. He
There's
can
only
press
one Michael Todd.
or King's move. Just stop watching Michael Todd videos. The same with our guy, Alan, and he knows it himself. Because Alan, Power, he doesn't train like that. When we're training with him, he never does that move. But at competition, he seems to, I don't know, maybe panic. Do you think? He's already lost the right arm bicep. It's like he wants to make it a double and lose his left arm bicep.
Sometimes people are just comfortable training and side table pulling, and then when it comes to the pressure of actually competing, it kind of goes out the window a bit, and they forget everything they've learned, because like a big part of it is just staying calm and relaxed
Yeah.
under pressure and knowing what you want to do.
The same with Daffyd. I know I've seen it. I know that's probably your move. I don't know, but double King's move. If I was the referee, Kath done a great job, by the way. She refereed
On her birthday.
She refereed like 50 matches all day. She
Yeah.
barely had a break.
Yeah.
No one gave her shit.
Dan Earthquake was down, ref.
Dan Earthquake, thanks for helping. He done a great job.
Taking the day off from the boats.
But yeah, double King's moves. From now on, any Sussex event, the same as Paul, we're going to be stopping King's moves. So if that is your move, you probably don't want to come to these competitions.
You
Because
don't want your events to get known for people's biceps coming off.
yeah, because last year we had no injuries.
That's the first ever. Oh no, you did actually.
Oh yeah, Tom Atherton.
Oh, and what was that in? Double King's move,
Yeah, Tom Atherton lost.
weren't it?
Yeah,
With the Zan, they were both like that.
he went to roll over. Yeah, so that's you need to stop doing that. I've told the guys, even like say my match, I lost on the left, I won on the right. But if you look at my matches, I never open my arm, never lose my angle, and if I do feel my arm getting opened, I just go with it because I've got at the end of the day I've got a job, I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids. I don't need my bicep coming off so that I can't work, and then my kids are eating cat food. It's not worth it. It's only an arm wrestle.
Write that down, kids.
Yeah, just like Grandpa used to say. Write that down, kids.
So yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
well done to John on a good win anyway, because that was the last round.
Yeah, and then he took on Mantus left arm, which is a good step up. Even though has he arm wrestled Mantus left arm before?
Don't think he has.
I think he's wanted him before. I think he's done him right arm, isn't he? He's arm wrestled him right arm, but yeah, and Mantus took the win, 3-0. But if you don't go up against these people, then how do you know how far you're going to go?
Exactly.
And to be fair, John is probably one of the only Chesterfield guys that comes to all these competitions down south. He's quite happy to travel. I know
The
James,
Road Warrior.
James
He should be changed from the Baker to the Road Warrior.
Road Warrior, yeah.
Because he goes everywhere.
But to be fair, James Waller's come down, and a few of the others, Connor, Zagotti, and all them guys, they've come down a couple of times. But James,
Hightower, he came down a couple of times.
no, we don't talk about him because he talks about fake tigers and cigars, and he's a master arm wrestler, yeah, elite. But yeah, John Scalby, he's the Road Warrior, and he travelled down. He comes down south. Sorry, we couldn't go to your last competition. The prior engagements and fuel costs. You know what it's like. Yeah. So who else?
Josh Davis, Harry Lille. Or
It's Lyle.
Lyle.
Tim Lyle come up to me and went, "It's not Lille, it's Lyle, right, cunt."
Lille, I says.
I went, "Sorry, mate, sorry. It's spelt like Lille though," and he went, "Lyle." I was like, okay.
So now he's just Harry Cunt. Not really, we love you.
We love Harry Lyle and Tim Lyle. They're a good duo. Maybe we could get them on this toxic chat one day.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Have them on there. They're good guys. They're at most competitions, to be fair. They travel together. What father and son duo do you know that are like Harry and Tim? Who wouldn't want their dad coming to competitions and competing with them? That's great.
Memories.
You're making memories right there. Home team.
We had
Josh Davis won though, 3-0 on the right, and Harry won on the left. I don't know, Harry's left looks so dominant, doesn't it? He's been winning a lot on the left, but he told me that his right is actually his better arm. But there's so much more competition than the right arm, because most people have their best arm is their right, isn't it?
I'll have a left with Harry one day. He fancies it.
Yeah, that'd be good. So, who else?
We had the return of Rhino.
Steve Hurst.
We thought he'd never be seen again.
The ghost.
2-3 years out, is it? Something like that?
18 months of only lifting weights and side pressure
Pulled
machine.
out of 15 prior competitions.
To be fair, I had a feeling in me, I knew that he was going to come to this one.
But he turned up.
He rang me, I wasn't going to have a match. And then I messaged him and suggested, oh, do you want a match? Thinking he'd say no or whatever. And then he said, yeah. Oh, shit, sorry. And he said, yeah. And then I even messaged him going, are you pulling out yet? And he was like, no, I'm coming. I booked the fucking premiere in. I'm coming. I'm definitely coming to... you have to excuse the act, I'm spun. Definitely coming. Right arm. I've only been doing weights and side pressure machine. Fucking shut up. And to be fair, he was stronger than I thought he would be. But at the
Fresh as a daisy.
At the same time, I thought he might be fresher than wet paint. So I was in two minds. I was like, maybe he'll be strong, maybe he won't. And the first round, I went to top roll him, but he actually turned me in, and I was forced to go in a hook. Fucking hell, does this thing shut up? And I was forced to go in a hook with him, but luckily I've been training my hook a lot lately. And I was able to stop him, and he couldn't go through it. And I felt quite comfortable, to be fair, but he was strong. I think he'd beat a lot of guys at that level.
Sort of low intermediate.
Yeah. If he gets back on the table, he could get stronger.
Because he did have a good win on the left arm, really, considering.
Yeah.
If you consider he's had like 3 years out, he pulled Mark Walden, Captain Anavar.
Captain Anavar,
on the left
roided
arm.
granddad.
And he has been a consistent placer all year in every competition.
He's been winning Masters stuff, hasn't
So he's quite seasoned and placing. And then Rhino beats him left arm, and Rhino's not known as a left arm puller.
But his left arm actually looked pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah, and so it's a good comeback win, really.
But Rhino did actually beat me 4
Get
years
back
ago
on
in
the
my
saddle.
first ever super match. It's the first ever super match I ever had, so I've wanted that revenge for a long time. And I got it, and then both move on now because we've given each other our fair bit of abuse. I'm happy to put it to bed. I might see him again in tournaments. I think he outweighs me quite a bit. I'm around the 100 kilo mark.
We just talked about weight.
I'm going to try and drop down to 95. Yeah, so unless I see him at a tournament, I don't think I'd have a super match again. Who else was there? Let's have a look. Andy Thorne, Prickle Hands. He had
Jack.
He had a good win for Sussex against Nick Smalley.
He was like, I can't close my hand. He's crushing it.
Lewis Alexander. He's from Norwich. He always comes down to Sussex guys. Right, the thing with Norwich is there's not much going there, is there?
There's like one puller.
He's training in his garage, pulling like one.
The only training he does
maybe.
is pull himself off in the mirror in the garage. And he's like, well, that was a good session. And then he turns up at one competition a year.
He had a good win against Reece Aldridge on the left. Because, to be fair, Reece pins my left all the time in training. I know it's training, but I can't seem to get him. And he feels strong, you know. Even side table, you can tell someone's strong. So I thought, oh, maybe Lewis is in for a bad time, but he pulled it back and he won that one.
Well done, Big Lou.
You against Cole Crosby, that was a bit of a grudge match, wasn't it? Left arm.
Yeah, the night before, telling me about side table bollocks. Let's take a second to talk about side table bollocks.
Side table
Side table doesn't mean anything. Like, you could smash someone fucking 15 times on the side table. Then competition is where it counts, and people up their level. The person you feel on a side table
isn't always
the person you're going to feel at the competition.
That's right.
And I told Carl that. Did he heed that warning? No. But he said he trained hard for me. But
I feel sorry for Carl.
I trained hard for him because, like I said, I treat everyone like a banana skin. I don't underestimate anyone. I had David Prokupek right arm, and I thought that was going to be a war because a couple of years ago we had some side table pull-in and we were quite back and forth. But I didn't want a war. David messaged me actually saying he was expecting a right old war, and I wasn't, because I'd been training to get that over with quick. I wasn't going to be fucking hanging around. So, and my training paid off. I was just better on the day. 3-0, wallop. And then Kyle got done the same. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah.
Love you.
The thing is with Kyle, same again. Devon, there's not they haven't got a massive team, have they? But
It's getting bigger though.
I think he's pretty much the strongest guy in his club, isn't he? And if you're, like I said earlier, if you're the strongest guy in your club and you're just twatting everyone and you don't travel, then how are you going to progress? Like, we travel quite a lot, don't we? I went on the side table with Bogdan. Really nice guy, actually. First sort of time I pulled him and actually spoke to him, he was fucking super strong. I mean, I could see why he's the level he's at. He's really strong. But he's a nice guy. He said, why don't you come to Harlow, do some training. So, thinking one Sunday maybe, me and a few of the Sussex guys go there, do some training. And we'd only learn, like, you know, we can't offer them anything really because we're not that level. But we'd probably gain more from it than them because they're going to teach us these moves and get up. You know, you can only get stronger by pulling stronger people.
Just pull everyone.
Just pull everyone.
People like Propescu saying he don't want to pull Kyle because he doesn't know who he is. It's pathetic. You know, that's now denied Kyle a chance of pulling him. So, and it could have been a Kyle win. We don't know.
Maybe next year.
So, saying you don't know who someone is, it's fucking pathetic.
Who else? Pantelic, much to our disgust, because he is a fucking yeti.
Big fucking Sasquatch.
He beat the Ferrin Oak.
I told Stuart, he's going to say if he watches this, I don't know if he watches it, I said Stefan is going to be fast, he's going to top roll, and he's a banana skin. And who slipped up? Stuart.
I have been watching their YouTube and I saw that Pantelic had been
I
training
didn't
hard.
warn yous.
But Stuart knows where he went wrong. I had to listen to it all day today. And he can rectify that. The thing with Stuart is he's strong, isn't he? But maybe he just doesn't. What do you think?
From what he says, it sounds like he's more relaxed side pulling and training, and then
He loves training, doesn't he? He loves training.
When it comes to actual competition, maybe the pressure, he kind of forgets what he's doing. But he seems to do better in tournaments.
Maybe he's just a tournament
Stuart,
puller, yeah.
Than super matches.
I'm not really a super match
I'm
puller.
kind of the other way round. I prefer a super match to a tournament because, in my mind, I like to focus on a person.
Yeah.
Whereas a tournament, I feel like, well, anything can happen. So
I prefer tournaments, to be
each to
fair.
their own.
When I don't do great. I'm not really a great super match puller. I don't actually do that well at super matches. I tend to, because I've only got one move. That's why I've been working on my hook. So if you know that person's move and then you train for it, then that's how you can nullify a super match, isn't it? But I tend to only have one move, so I prefer a tournament. Just top roll flash someone, and then. But you can't do that in super matches sometimes. Most super matches end up being a war, don't they? Because you're going at it. That person's move against your move.
Who else did we have? Chris Fellows.
Chris
from
Fellows.
Epic Armwrestling.
He
Against
beat Tim Lyle.
Lyle.
I think he won both arms,
Lily.
didn't he? He looked strong, to be fair. I think he trains hard with Epic now. But he's always done well, Chris. He's always up there, isn't he? He's got a fast hit. When he wants to be, he's got a fast hit, but tends to be catching more now. But he's always been a good arm wrestler, hasn't he, Chris?
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He studies arm wrestling, and
Student of the game.
You know, because he's taught me a lot of moves, and I always get a lot from Chris. Has actually got probably one of the strongest hands and wrists that I've felt. Maybe his arm, if his arm was up there with his hand and wrist, he'd be a top pro, I think. But his hand and wrist is mega. If you felt Chris, you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever seen Chris get his hand bent back? Don't think so. Most people that beat him will go for his arm. You can't take his hand. I dare anyone to try and take Chris Bellow's hand. Not elite level, we're talking, but you know, any of these super matches, I will have a money bet with you. See if anyone can take Chris Bellow's hand. I bet you can't. Alright?
Russell the Zombie McSherry.
The zombie continued his streak.
300 loss streak going to 310 on Saturday.
I like Russell though because he's at training every week. He tries hard. He is strong. He's got strong, but there's certain fundamentals he's got to learn. Like when he shoots back to top roll, but he's opening his own arm, and then you're just giving it to your opponent. But he knows this, and he gets frustrated with it, doesn't he?
We had Mark Walden against Nixon.
Dean Nixon.
Dean Nixon, who apparently hadn't arm wrestled competitively in like 20 years. I think he said his last match was against Neil Pickup.
He remembers when Neil Pickup was skinny.
So he made a comeback.
He looked strong as fuck. He turned up with his money. He went to give me money. I went, who are you? I went, you're a fucking unit. And then he went, I'm Dean Nixon. I'm arm wrestling Mark Walden. I was like, are you? Never seen him before ever. No offence. But yeah, he looks strong as fuck. And Mark is a strong guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
I know Mark, to be fair, Mark had been ill that week. He had been messaging me saying he was a bit ill and he was 50-50 whether he was going to come. Then the Friday...
50 plus 50's his fucking age.
The Friday before, he said he tested negative and he was going to come. And he had a good day anyway, you know. You don't... some people care about winning, some people just care about the day.
He's placed all year.
So that's a good win for Dean, and hopefully we see Dean at some more competitions, and he can we'll see where he's at.
Talking of good runs,
looks strong.
I haven't been pinned 2 competitions in a row.
Oh, you're setting yourself up there. You're going to get called out now. What competitions are they? Do you think though?
Sit down and SummerSlam.
Do you think though maybe your match with Kyle, you're a level above Kyle, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's the kind of statement I wanted to make on that day.
No offence
to Kyle or David, but I want to up my level.
Yeah, but you've pinned David,
So-
Adam
Yeah, Adam on the left.
Adam Concrete, whatever he's fucking
On the
name.
left.
Your left arm, yeah, let's talk about your left arm. So you've pinned Adam Concrete, you've pinned, who else was it? Dean Bob,
Dean,
sit
Sit
down.
down.
So really,
Stuart.
should you have been having a match with Kyle?
So, well, that's it. I answered the call. These people want matches. You can't or turn people down just because, you know, that denies them a shot at a higher level. But no offence to David and Kyle, I wanted to show on that day that I am higher than their level.
Yeah, which you are. Really.
So I want better people from now.
It's the same with
I don't mind pulling the odd person here and there because, like
Yeah.
I said, everyone's a banana skin and they deserve a good name or whatever on their record as well. So, but I want to be pushing towards the nationals now at Super Heavy, where
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of tough people and a lot of big names, and I want to get up in that ranking.
And like the same with me, Afton messaged me saying, why are you arm wrestling Rhino, he's not arm wrestled for 2 years. You're surely a level above him, which I think Rhino will agree, maybe, because he hasn't arm wrestled for a long time. And I've been placing and beating better people and arm wrestling better people than I. But it was a grudge match. You know, Rhino beat me 4 years ago, so I've always had that in the back of my mind that I need to get that win back. And that's why it meant so much to me on Saturday. Maybe we'll run it back again, because it's 1-1 now, so let's see who really is the better mouse.
Darren Stark, the Angry Goat.
The Angry Goat, he had 3 matches. How he snuck that in, the little fucking cunt, I don't know. He beat he beat that Strange Namo, and Strange Namo has been getting some good wins on the right
Isn't that
arm.
a superhero?
And
Isn't there a film coming out, Namo?
to be fair, Darren looked pretty dominant right arm, didn't he? So maybe he's...
Didn't even watch the loser.
He's a level above that now. Darren needs to be pushing for pro level. Hopefully he goes to the Nationals. He lost left arm to Namo and Ash Harmsworth, but who cares about left? It's all about the right, baby.
Left's where it's
fucking
at.
right arm.
Left is where it's at. Only real men have a strong left. Everyone's got a strong right.
No, fuck left arm. Left arm.
Fuck right arm.
Left arm's for girls.
Left arm's where it's
Who
at.
do you agree with, me or Mitch? Left arm is for girls, right arm is for men.
Left arm's where it's at.
Fuck the left arm. But yeah, hope you all had a good day. All the burger. Do you know, I bought 56 bottles of beer thinking, I'll be able to take some of them home.
John Scalby drank 55 of them.
I didn't, and Mantus. I never saw Mantus without a beer in his fucking hand. And then he went and arm wrestled as well. He's just a fucking unit. His hand is like, one of his fingers I'd be happy for a cock. You know, he must really pleasure the women. Do you know what I mean? But he never not had a beer in his hand. And there was no beers left. I didn't even fucking get to have one. All the burgers went. We know who ate the burgers, don't we?
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
Josh Davis.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be 95 kilo for.
Why is he Jamaican?
Oh, I can't do. How do you do a Welsh accent? How do you do a Welsh accent? I can't do a fucking Welsh accent. But he reckons he's going to be 95 kilo, and then he had the audacity to walk around with his shirt off all day.
That's a confident man, right
Yeah,
there.
every single burger there was. And then he tried not to pay. I went up to him at the end of the day. He was like, "You got to pay for your fucking super match then, or what you can." And then he did actually bank transfer it to me. So.
He started talking in Welsh. I thought he was having a stroke. It was actually their language.
But yeah, he paid. Everyone paid. The only person that didn't pay was who? Bogdan. Because he's an elite arm wrestler. He doesn't have to pay entry fee to competitions, especially when they're late notice.
To small timers like us.
He come up to me saying that he's been eating cat food all week. He really can't afford it. Will I do him this one favour? So, you know,
as a late substitute.
Me being a nice guy, I said, sure. You saving? You know, Carl's flown over from Ireland.
Take some burgers home with you.
Take some burgers home. Take a sausage. You know, feed the family. But he's a nice guy though, really.
Pretty much it, I think.
Justin Sparks,
Matt Smith.
he beat Carl on the right arm. That was a good match. Shane Salmon was there. He's got a bit of an injury, but he felt strong as fuck on the side
He
table.
felt strong right arm. I pulled him right arm on the side table. And
He's going to cause, if he's at the Nationals, don't be shocked.
He looks like Deadpool, doesn't he?
He does. That's his new
That's
name.
his nickname.
Deadpool. Shane Deadpool Salmon.
He looks like Deadpool.
He's don't be shocked if he wins it. You know, he could beat anyone. I'd like to see him against Urban. I'd like to see him against Ted Wilson.
Definitely strong. Easy.
You know, watch out for him. He's a strong guy for his weight. He is really, really strong, and he's putting in that work. He's training every day. He's pulling.
Train every day, keeps the youngsters at bay.
Yeah, you need to train. You know, the quality in England is too high to not train. You need to be training. My table time is 3 times a week.
You have a day off, might as well be a week.
Yeah, you need to. When I'm not doing
Write that one down as well.
when I'm not doing table time 3 times a week, I'm in this garage doing weights. You know, I never have a day off, and if I do, I get depressed. So the week before a competition, I'm at my worst because I have 5 to 6 days off before a competition, and you can ask my missus. I am a prick. I'm a prick anyway, but when I haven't got a competition, I'm the biggest prick going because I start getting depressed. And I start getting really aggy, and I want to just fucking rip someone's head off. I need to train, but I'm also one of them trainers that need to train for something. Do you know what I mean?
So, I've competed my whole life, so
Some people can
I
train
need
for
to
nothing.
Something to come on the calendar to train for.
If I haven't got a date, I'm not motivated. But I will still come in here, but maybe I won't push it as much as I should.
So, next up is Circle of Arms. Oh, but if anyone, Daffyd did a lot of videoing
Yeah, check
of
him out.
SummerSlam, so
Check
if
out his
you wanna
YouTube channel.
If you want to see if he's got one of your matches on video, send him a message. He might have it.
Big shout
good
out to
quality.
Daffyd because, you know, he comes to these events, he films it all on his camera. It looks like the quality is like a Nokia 3210, but he's still turning up and filming,
Give him a follow.
putting all that effort in to put these stuff out on YouTube so that me and you can watch them and
Next
enjoy
up,
them. So make sure you like, subscribe to his YouTube channel, and you'll get some quality content. And he gave me a free mug. Whenever I see him, I love this guy because whenever I see him, he either gives me money or free stuff. I don't know if he fancies me, but
I've had
I
a
don't know.
mug.
I've had mug, I've had handles, I've had money. The guy's a fucking charity.
Yeah, shout out to Daffyd. Follow his stuff. Next up on August 20th is Circle of Arms.
Give
with,
them a follow.
Dubs. There's some super matches. I think Dan has a super match with Harry.
We've got Harry Lowe and Mark
Right.
McGinley of the McGinley clan.
And Mark McGinley. There's some super matches going on there. So if you can get to that event and support it, go give it a watch. Or it might be live streamed, but they video their own stuff and that.
Yeah, it'd be
And
good.
then after that, I think, is France.
We're all going to the Worlds, baby.
It's gonna be crazy. And then after that is, no, before that is the Novice Nationals, isn't it?
We've got the Pro Nationals. There's so much. There's a Grip Fest in Oxted. You need to get there.
Gripfest 2. There's all kinds of shit. If you can't
There's
make
so
one
much going
or
on.
none, get to one.
I'm
of
going
them.
over to Ireland in October to
Ireland.
smash some
Potter down.
smash some fucking Irish guy. I don't even know what his fucking name is.
Mick.
Up there called Paddy. I'm gonna go over there in October. Have a go with
There's
him.
so much going on.
There's so much going on.
Get to some of them.
And we're at most of them, so if we don't see you there, then
You might get a mention on this show. You
You're-
might not be a good one.
you'll be a cunt, alright?
Anyway, I'm
Anyway,
done.
take care, stay strong. We're gonna go into my house and have some drinks, and you can obviously, you know the score, go fuck your fucking self! Yeah!